Welcome back to Identity with your faves, Kevon and Azem featuring Jade, Gwen Johnson. And it is now time to jump into Eat Local with
Morning. I thought it wasn't, sorry. Go ahead. You paused.
Yeah, Kevon.
You
Kevon.
paused. The pause was
no
wrong.
Jade. No, she spoiled it. She spoiled it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, but guys, we have
Proceed.
a very special guest here in the studio.
Extremely.
In the studio with us today.
I feel like she's nervous. I don't like it.
She nervous?
They watch you well cut energy.
Everybody just come in nervous and then at the end be like, it wasn't that bad.
But tell the people who we have, Jade.
We have a national treasure, one of the greatest female footballers to ever come out of this small nation, Miss Tracy Willock.
Yes, present woman.
Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, but how you doing besides nervous?
Ain't nervous. I'm good.
Alright, nice. Yeah, but Tracy, for the people who may not know exactly who you are, and what you're into, like give us a small little introduction.
My name is Tracy Willock, / Springer. I play football presently for the Village Superstars. Team. That's what I do basically right now.
Alright, so you're a footballer.
Yes.
And you play for the Village Superstars female team, part of the Elvis Star Brown Women's League.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, I think a lot of times people, when we think of football, a lot of times we think of it mainly as a male sport.
Unfortunately.
But the truth is that there are a lot of women who play football, a lot of young girls who play football, and actually
Dominating things.
I'm very good at it. But and I might know this just because I've been around football. But how long have you been playing football?
I've been playing football probably about 20 years. Started at the primary school level, Dr. William Primary School. Age 11, somewhere around there. Isaiah Morris, coach, saw me running around with the boys, and he just come up to me and asked me if I want to play football. Because I had exceptional speed. And then I was like, what am I going to boot? And he was like, I want to give you some boot, just come training. And that's where it all started.
Oh, wow.
So you literally were just playing on the field with the guys, and somebody like saw your talent, Coach Morris to be exact.
Yes.
And so when you're playing in this would have been in primary school.
Primary school level.
You were playing in girls teams even then, or even with the boys?
No, basically I played with the boys teams straight up till we reach high school, the best high school, Washington Archibald High School.
Say it again, they may take the
The
hair.
best high school, Washington Archibald.
I used to like it. I used to
They
like
have
it.
a big thing, like they went past there unfortunately, so they kind of.
Yeah, so when I reached the Washington Archibald High School, I was under the wings of Jeffrey Pedro, coach, and they had a female team. So I went straight into the female team at a young age in the high school level.
Yeah, I would have had the pleasure of seeing you play quite a bit at the high school level.
Same.
Yeah. Jade.
Listen, move. Washy, pride right here.
Anyway, don't let me go lay out, you know. Cause I know Tracy coming down to Boston High School in the afternoon to play football. Yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
she got to see who she competition is, and
Okay.
you know that's the only way to beat them. The way train.
That's a good way to say it.
It's okay.
Me and I said that she developed her skills
I don't care
at the
what you
birthplace
say.
of champions.
She used it. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, but even at the high school level, I think from a young age, because by the time you got to high school, I know there was the female teams between the high schools at least that were playing. And I remember from first farm, you had been playing on the teams, on the female teams, right?
Yes.
Like, how was that that transition, being like a young female footballer, just coming into high school and then going directly and joining into the team?
Well, at first I was scared a bit because I didn't really know anything much about football. I had exceptional speed, and the coach used to just tell me run with the ball, run with the ball,
Use your
pass to the
speed.
boys, and score goals now and then. So when I went to Washington Archibald High School and I saw like he had girls on a higher level, understanding of the game, like I see my Eddie, Charlene, Halliday, a couple of them. Like it made me say like, wow, like why you got girls out there playing football? Because I thought it was just, you know what I mean. And then I just fit in one time. They started learning from them, and as I tell you, I had this skill already, a little thing, speed,
Right.
and just work on it with Pedro.
And yeah, so it was a real learning experience. When you got to high school, really learning the game of football.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of times people don't recognize that just like any other sport, football have tactics, and it's like all that go along with the skill, and mastery of those things that will really take you to a new level.
Not gonna lie, I was a little jealous because I can't play football because I'm awkward. But watching the girls play, I used to wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could have knocked a little ball. I can't, trust me.
But how was that, Jade? Like as a girl in school, being able to see, other footballers like Tracy,
I honestly,
really represent the school and thing. How was that?
it's pride because as you said, most time people literally think only boys good at football, and when you look at TV and all these things, they really portray that men are dominant with football. But when you go to school and you actually see people who look like you actually beating some of the best boys, like you can't tell me that we can't do anything.
Right. But Tracy, like you played football all through high school. At any point, you captain of the team or anything like that?
Yes. Eventually, when the older girls went out of high school, I had to carry the weight. So
Right.
eventually, I was the captain.
And a lot of people might not know this, but we don't only have the female football on the inter-school level, but there's a national level. When did you break into the national team?
As I said, at a young age, same when I went to the high school, they had a youth program, national level. I was young, probably same age, 13, called up. They had us training at the national level, like they pulled some of the girls who they see at a young age, a youth program. Think it would have been like under 17, under 15.
Right.
Just to groom us a bit.
Right.
We used to play between the older girls.
Right.
But I was called up at a young age also to represent with the senior national team. So I was like probably like 15.
Were you
You get your first cap.
And the
Were you
national
the youngest?
team. No, I had other young girls.
But I remember watching, I think it would have been a World Cup qualifier. It's quite a few years ago. And we were playing in our group. And what I found so interesting was that the girls from St Kitts and Nevis really were able to hold their own against girls from some of the other bigger countries. And it really showed that we have a lot of skill and talent here, but also that there had been work going on behind the scenes to help develop these girls, because a lot of times what happens is we have the natural talent, but because there's no programs really to develop the talent, as we get older, we start to see separation between us and some of the other countries. But a lot of the players on the field really, I think, showed supreme skill if you compare it to some of the other competition. But how do you feel like St. Kitts stacks up to some of what you've seen in some of the other countries in terms of the female football? Do you think that we have a good quality level? Do you think it's something that we really need to work on?
It's a work in process. We have potential here locally. and we just need the drive and the attention. And we're not far from those other countries. Basically, as I said, we have raw talent, we have guts, lion heart. That is enough, but the push towards the female program, it needs to be a bit more involved with the locals.
Yeah. But even in you said you play for Rams Village Superstars in the female league. What about even like the local support from fans? Is that something that you think is good? Is something that we could work on? You want to see more support? Like, how is that?
It could be better. It's not the best as the males, because as you see, like, everybody push for the males. The males. Sometimes we have female games, barely broadcasts, limited promotion. Only when you win a cup is when everybody know, like, why you had a female game in the park? Why you had a so much more attention could be drawn to the female league, the Elvis Starborn League here. The attention from home, like fan base and support, is good. Could be better if, as a club, we promote it more and everybody know, like, we have games and stuff like that. And the girls will feel really, really good. Because we have a lot of local potential here. And the games, them are exciting too.
Yeah, the games will be good, The female games will be real good.
Really
I
good.
don't understand. That's one thing I've never understood. Like, why it seems to be that people pay more attention to the male games and only want to say they're rallying around the female games when they have, like, finals, or when they're going away and they're winning and stuff like that, because they've been here all the time and they've been needing y'all attention, but y'all don't give them that. Y'all pay attention to them only when you feel like, oh, they're up on these levels, and they actually do way better than y'all think. They just honestly need help and support and push. But do you think you would take over that push, like, if they called you to be in charge of the league, or to
well, I will give my assistants, give them my ideas, and I love football, and I would like to be around football for a long while. So any information, any knowledge I have, I would love to share.
Maybe even the coaching at some point and stuff like that.
Yeah, coach now and again.
Right.
Yeah.
But still playing, eh?
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But while you're young, you have to pass on the knowledge, because you have to develop those girls coming up. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of young girls looking at you like, wow, I could be like Tracy, I could kick ball, I have speed, like, and they just don't know how to get into it, or they don't understand it in a way that...
how do you, going off of that same statement Jade made, how do you feel about, like, recruitment for the female population that's interested in football? Like, you feel as though they're supported enough to be brought into the sport?
Not enough support, but we, the older ones, the females who are around the football, we are the ones that we have to, as you said, be a role model for them.
And encourage
encourage them, give them words of encouragement, like football, have opportunities, push them.
Right.
Be an example, a positive example for them. And I know some of them look up to me, and many times I say, like, I give up, and they will be like, why, you ain't playing tomorrow, team, you ain't gonna play, you know what I mean? So that just make me say, you can't give up the sport right now, so you got to keep playing.
Yeah, but you spoke about opportunities. How about opportunities for our female footballers to play the trade overseas as professionals? You think that we have footballers here who have the skill, and if so, you think that the FA does enough to try and get them in the position to even have tryouts and stuff like that? Or that's something that we really need to push a little more?
That's something we have to push a lot more. And now that they are young, coming up, back then we didn't really have much opportunity. So this is the time for them. And yes, the SKNFA and all around the football, they can put more attention to those girls right now. And you know what I mean? Because in the long run, we don't want to be saying we're just playing for nothing.
Right,
You have to let them see, like, you have colleges, you have tryouts, and we basically don't get that in the female program. We get it in the male program, and here have a male gone on a tryout. Barely here female. So that's something we have to work on, a program, implement something for them in the future.
I always wonder about that because
I'm actually shocked that there's not anything like that already. Like, I don't see how you could have such a misstep. This isn't something that you should just miss.
I think a lot of times there's just a focus on the male game, and so even when we approaching scouts and stuff is for this mainly towards the males, because I really see the talent that we have here in the female football. I think could really provide, even if not a lot of professional players, a lot of people could get scholarships to help them with the education out of football. I look at the game. Sometimes I used to look at the college games, and I'd say, I know girls in St Kitts could play on this level.
Easily.
You know what I mean? But sometimes it's just about making the connection, let people know that this is exactly what we have available, and facilitating those tryouts. Because I know it's a lot of money to for sometimes to travel miles and miles and put up and plane ticket and all of these things.
And it's funny because you want them to represent the country on a national level, but you're not giving them that support. So what incentive would they have to, hone their skill and keep playing until they get to that point where they could represent the country? If you're not supporting me, I go and give up.
But the thing is with football, and I see this with a lot of the footballers here, they play for the love of the game. Like, you just love the game. Just love the game. But I think that that love and talent should be rewarded, right? And if you
agreed,
and I think that it's a travesty, a huge travesty, when you have people with talent and passion who aren't able to turn that into a career, right? We want to see more people who have talent and passion in whatever field, given the opportunity to turn that into an opportunity to provide for themselves and their families. Do you know of any Kittitian female footballers that would have gone off either to play in college or to play in a professional league somewhere else?
Well, right now I know we have Finisha Brown.
Right.
Playing just recently. Tavia Phillip went to Iceland. Brittany Lawrence. Those are females, a part of the national program.
Right.
Presently, and they're out there playing.
Yeah. So we
awesome.
so we have some examples of what's possible, and so it's about opening the door for even more of these opportunities, and like I've been saying, I would really love to see more support from the local population, for the females, for the female game and thing. But Tracy, what would you say to some young female footballer who maybe love the game and want to put energy behind this? How would you encourage them?
I would say to them, if you have a dream, you just believe. Hard work and determination bring success. And if you want to be a young female footballer and have a career in it, you have to have the mindset, push yourself, be on the playing field, train, work hard, and opportunities will be out there if you really, really love the game of football. But keep believing, never give up, because I still playing football, I still believe, so never give up.
Bars.
Yeah.
Bars. But I think that's really
important.
Yeah, I think that's really good advice. And we have somebody on the live who's saying they're very proud of this young lady. Much love and respect. Always been a go-getter. The sky is not your limit. All right? So big up to that comment.
Appreciate that person, whoever it is.
What the name is there, Jade?
Valencia's D. Sider.
Yeah,
that's my teacher. Oh, that's my primary school teacher.
Big up. You see, and look at her still supporting you.
Still supporting you.
Yeah.
Aww. I know.
Emotional moments here in Island Tea. Yeah. Yes. Good thing me in quiet since 93.
Anyway.
What Jade?
Nothing is okay.
But Tracy, time kind of running us down.
Yes.
But what you see as your future in football? Like what's next for you, or what you'd like to see happen in your career?
What's next for me? I'm still, as I say, I don't give up. Opportunity could come anytime in life. If you put your mind to it, don't give up. Anything is possible. I'm still playing. I'm still good for my age. Anything could happen. Scouts, anything. But I would also, along that path, I would try to share my knowledge with the youth program, any young girls, boys and girls playing football. I would like to, share my knowledge with them.
Right.
So, / player coach.
Right.
About now. Yeah.
Right. But that's the thing, that's the thing. I remember even to me, one of the best footballers to come out, I think it's Kayamba. I remember Kayamba when he went there, he was also a player coach. He was still playing and coaching at the same time. So what you're saying isn't something outside of the realm of possibility. You know what I mean? Just keep doing you. And keep loving the sport. I think when you love the sport the way like you do, 'cause I've seen it. Like I remember Tracy would come down to Bastille High School in the afternoon.
You just wanted to
and
plug that one.
And
Anyway.
and they'd pick teams and thing. And Tracy getting picked before a lot of the boys.
Imagine that a Washington Archibald
It's
footballer is getting picked before y'all Bastille High boys. Wow, what a thing. What a thing. Not shocked.
Should embarrass you, isn't it?
No.
Don't forget to say so. Don't forget to say.
No, don't try that, Don't try that at all. She get picked before you, ain't it?
Well, them times I just watching on. Them times I don't washed up. I don't washed up. Them times I don't washed up.
Darn.
But yeah, man, it's really been a pleasure talking to you, Tracy. And I know for a fact that there's a lot of young girls that look up to you. That look up to a lot of the other female footballers and see what you guys do and recognize there's a possibility for them to play as well. There's a sport not just for boys. It's a sport for everybody. And it is the beautiful game, eh? Like I love football bad.
Yeah.
Right? And I just love seeing it become a place where women could really showcase their skill. And like you said, it's not to say, well, the games aren't interesting, and I'm saying that because I really want to encourage more people to take a look at the Elvis Star Brown league. It's an amazing league. Very entertaining games, to be quite honest. How Village doing this year?
Doing good. Big up all the Village Superstars female team. We don't know how big them up. Laverne, wherever you be.
Right.
Gazelle, Zaki, Lisa, everybody. We in second place right now at the moment. I think the Newtown United is in first place.
Yeah, I think Newtown. Yeah. And then I think Canary was doing well too.
No. Right now is Newtown, Village, Old Road, Kevon.
This is Old Road been washing out.
Bye.